Hey gang, this is Evyl. I'm coming to you with two of my friends, co-collaborators from Evyl Gaming Community. We're going to do a weekly video. We're tentatively calling it TWIEGE, short for This Week in Evyl Gaming Empire. Its purpose is to update you on what we've done throughout the week in our individual videos, to kind of talk about them together as friends, and and to just discuss what's happening in general in the community and keep you guys up to date if you don't have time to watch each individual video. Give you a good jumping point in if you're joining us much later down the line from our timeline. So I want to introduce our first co-collaborator, Solumith. He's been with us for several years now, and he in particular has decided to take on Eldritch as his first YouTube Let's Play series. I think it's coming along very nicely.
Yep, I would believe it's coming along quite well. It's been a lot of fun to make, of course, and it's been a lot of fun to play.
And welcome to the channel. Thank you for co-collaborating with me. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially once we get to doing group Let's Plays. I think we can give the top dogs in the YouTube community a run for their money with how ridiculous and ridiculously funny that things can be.
Yeah, our community has some moments that we should have recorded already, but hopefully
Absolutely.
We'll get some good footage.
I also want to take a second to introduce another of my co-collaborators, Xaviar. He's been with the community also several years. We've got a pretty tight-knit community here where most of our members have been around for a long time. And we've always talked about doing this, but we finally decided to do it, and Xavier's going to be joining us to do a Minecraft mod that it's fairly popular. It's something that he's definitely passionate about. He's always been a big champion of Minecraft in our community. So introducing Xaviar.
Hello everyone, my name's Xaviar, obviously, and I've been playing Minecraft since the bookcases were not in the game. So, I mean, we are doing a Agrarian Skies Let's Play actually, and I've never actually done a skyblock map till now, so it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, this is a first impression. Okay, I didn't realize that.
No, yeah, this is completely first from the beginning. I have never played a skyblock map before.
I've got to say, I've always wanted to play a skyblock map. They seem like they would be a lot of fun.
All right, with all of that said, I want to jump in, and I want to take a second just to make sure that we let everybody know how thankful we are. I mean, at this stage of our career, if you want to call it that, I mean, we decided to create a channel together just because we knew that it would be easier to reach people if we all worked together, and we knew eventually we would be doing collaborative videos together. So we just figured it'd be easier for us to start off together, as it were, and to let you guys kind of pick and choose what you like and just ignore what you don't. So already in the first week, we've gotten, I believe we're 26 subscribers right now.
Yes,
several of them were public. We have a few private that I can't really shout out because I don't know who they are. But I wanted to kind of go down the list and thank everybody individually just for a second. We have Emily Labajov. We have Warren Atkinson, who's been a long-time community member. We're eventually going to make a lot of fun of him in here, I think.
Yes.
Ben Ciprano. Ben Ciprano's been with us a long time. We have a guy named Cletus Van Dam. I don't know who he is. If it's somebody we know, then thanks for checking us out. If not, then welcome. We're glad to have you watching. Samuel Marchant, same story. Troy Birdsall. Mahia and our good friend Tahio, who maybe someday we can talk him into joining us here. He seems like he's open to the idea, at least. We have Leslie Jorgensen. She's a good friend of mine from way back. Thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. Got Super Simple Bros. Brandon Ciprano, who I presume is related to Ben. We have Remus Merck, Rion Cayenne, Jared G. Willikers. Coolest name ever. I want to make a particular shout out to Kevin Swiderski. He commented on my first video. He's probably my first comment ever that didn't come from somebody I knew. So thanks a lot for watching. I understand you made it through that 2-hour video, and you may be the only one besides me and people that I know. So thank you so much for doing that. And a recent addition, who I believe is following my Pixel Piracy videos, specifically D. Dejuan. He is making his own series that thus far I haven't had a chance to check it out, but I've kind of bumped into him on Reddit, so I know he's out there, I know he's alive, and I know he's doing Pixel Piracy also. So welcome and thank you to all you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure making videos for you.
It has.
Yeah, I love doing the Minecraft videos just because I know I kind of take a more educational approach to them, and my videos usually end up a little bit longer than everyone's. They're not the standard 15-minute video, but it's a lot of fun to make them. So,
well, standard 15-minute video, huh?
Yeah, those lazy people who can only get 15 minutes a day out.
Losers.
And those lazy people that can only make 45-minute unedited episodes every 2 or 3 days. Get on my level. I wanted to mention again, we are doing regular giveaways, and they're all going to be focused on subscribers. So if you subscribe, you have a chance of winning. We don't do the whole ask for likes and comments and so on below. We basically want to reward people who have subscribed and stayed subscribed to us. So I receive, every time I get a subscriber, I get an email, and I'm putting it in my list and checking it twice. And basically, we're going to use that as a basis for our giveaways. People who've been here longer are going to get more entries. New people, you still get an entry. And as I pointed out in my video earlier, the more subscribers we get, the more ad revenue we get. If we're getting a lot of ad revenue, that's just going to improve the quality of the giveaways. I mean, right now we're small time. We don't have anything to do with small amounts of money other than improve the channel, and we're all committed to doing that. So if you guys are clicking the ads, if you're watching the ads, that's helping us out a ton. If you're telling your friends, it's helping us out a lot. Also, if you're subscribing, then you know when we put new things up, and it helps you. So that's how we give back, and we appreciate you guys doing that for us. So we're wanting to be a very interactive community with our well, I can't call it a fan base right now, but we'll put quotation marks and say fan base. And basically, if you guys have something you want to see from us, if there's something you're not liking about what we're doing, and you actually have the fortitude to stick around and give us a chance to correct it, please take time within each individual video to let us know. Or these weekly videos, this is a good time to get out there and to share with everybody else what you think of us, what you think of the channel, the videos, to give us ideas where they're going to be very easily noticed, because all of us are going to be keeping tabs on these particular TWIEGE videos, if you will, on a regular basis. So yeah, please interact with us. We love it. We have a Reddit going right now. We have a Reddit account, Evyl Gaming, so you're welcome to look us up and see what it is we're talking about. The Twitter account is active. It is also Evyl Gaming. We will in the description below include any relevant information for the various social media aspects that we participate in, and you're more than welcome to join us down there. Take a look if you are curious to follow us. We'll put links below. So what do you guys... Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Me. Okay, so what do you guys think we should do for a community Let's Play? I mean, some things have been thrown out there like Worms,
Payday 2.
Payday 2.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of fun with Payday 2.
Grand Theft Auto 5's coming up. We're going to be doing it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
maybe. I know when Assassin's Creed Unity comes out, I know that's not going to be for the yucks so much, but I think it'll be awesome to play. I want to show that game off. I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Agreed.
I'm sure we'll find a way to make it hilarious. I even, Let's Playing came a little bit naturally to me just because I've, streamed for friends before. And one of the funniest moments was in Assassin's Creed when I figured out I could tackle people, and then I started yelling football, running right up to people and tackling them. And that's all I did for the entire game. I made no progress at all.
Go!
You are on your way to PewDiePie levels of retardation. Do you scream at the camera?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I just go, football!
Football! That could work. We could do that. I can scream football.
We could
Yeah.
not.
Or we could not.
And then if you play a football game, you
Or-
have to scream tennis.
Or what we can do is we can just... Me and Solumith will record our football screams outside of the channel, and we'll edit it in. And you'll never know. Every time you talk, it'll just be like, I like penis. And then whenever we tackle somebody, it'll be like, football! Alright, Solumith. So, this week you started on Eldritch, and it's been an enjoyable 6 episodes so far. Just from what you've accomplished so far, how many episodes do you think you're going to get out of your playthrough?
I think it's going to be about 10 episodes to finish the vanilla content. I got really lucky in the early game and did really well. However, the DLC I think is going to be a lot more episodes because it's a fair amount harder.
In what way? Like bigger levels, or I know nothing about the game. So
The level itself, the world itself that the DLC adds is bigger. I think the official website said it was 10 floors, just that one world. And I've got to say, I've already died something like 20 times trying to get through it.
spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
You're
Don't
welcome.
Spoilers.
Editing that out. Okay, re-answer.
Okay. I think that I'll get about 10 episodes out of the base game. It worked really, really well. Wait, do I need to answer that question or just go ahead and answer why the DLC will be harder?
Why it's harder.
Okay.
Yeah, so Solumith, what do you think makes it harder then?
It's a much more vicious world than the first world, while you're still starting out with 3 hearts, no weapons. You really have to watch out because there's a lot of very dangerous traps, specifically icicles hanging from the ceiling. And overall, the enemies are a little more durable. I mean, they're a lot tougher than the fish boys. And once again, you're starting out just like you would in the first world. You've got 3 hearts, no weapons, and the weapons are a little bit rare, or at least the good weapons.
Right. Well, I don't want to bait you into spoiling, but I bet you die quite a bit, don't you?
I have died quite a lot getting the
No, the
recording.
correct answer is you'll have to wait and see, Solomith. Damn it,
Damn
I
it.
baited you anyways.
Damn it.
Fail.
Fail. That was your opportunity to say you'll just have to wait and see. You got to be coy. So, tell me, Solomith. So in, I believe it was episode 3. Do you remember which episode it was where you met the new creature?
I believe it was either episode 3. Yes, it was episode 3, I believe.
Eldritch monstrosity, you say?
Ah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I definitely wanted to talk to you about your experience with the creature.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure you've seen that creature before.
I don't believe I have. I do not believe I've seen that creature before.
No, it was myself and the people who were watching with me thought that was hilarious. I was dying. I was like, he's gonna say it again. Oh, he said it again. You could make a drinking game out of that particular segment. In fact, I think in the future what you should do is you should purposely throw that in every so often when you haven't seen a creature, so we can make Eldritch or Solumith plays Eldritch the drinking game.
So basically having it so that a certain phrase I say at the start of each video, every time I say that phrase, take a drink.
Well, we take a drink. The viewer, if you take a drink, the Let's Plays will just get more and more poor quality. or better. There we go. We'll just we'll duplicate other YouTubers' efforts at making drunk Let's Plays, and we'll have drunk Eldritch.
I mean, I could definitely see us eventually having cooperative Let's Plays where we play drinking games during the actual video game.
True, or we can wait until legalization comes and we can be the first ones to come up with stoned Let's Plays where we basically
I get
we fall asleep mid-game. It's like, hey, are you guys still playing? No, man, I'm watching a movie. Yeah, hey, that's a good way to get our viewers, though, to watch more ads, right? If you're stoned, has that ever happened where you're just sitting there and you're like, dude, this video looks kind of like a Doritos ad. The fuck?
I was rather disappointed in myself, I suppose. I didn't explore the last floor of the first world as much as I should have. I was rather surprised by seeing a creature I've never seen before, and
Take a drink. Sorry, go on.
And I got out of there a little bit fast because, it is a roguelike game. I did have the health kit, but, minus that, if I die, I'm gone. I have to start the world over again. So I wanted to get out of there for safety's sake, but I really should have explored a little bit more, and who knows, maybe sometime I'll go back to explore a little bit more.
Right. I'm curious what our viewership thinks, because myself, I'm very much a completionist in most games I play, and I like to see everything and do everything on my first playthrough, and then after that I'll kind of bum rush it. But like you bring two play styles to light there, because I think there was a later episode in your series also where you kind of blew through a level because you said, I don't have enough health to really deal with this, whereas I would have been more reluctant to move on even still and been like, I have to find health before I move on. So I'm curious to see what our viewership thinks about that.
Yeah,
comment below, let us know whether you're a completionist or
yes.
or just get her done, or however you want to call that.
Get her done.
Get her done.
There is some possibility, there's some replayability there. So while I might not do a full series like I did this time, I might post up some highlights of me going through the game again with some more difficult choices.
Right, I'm a big fan of that idea. That's something I've considered in my own Let's Play, and I've already done the one highlight film. I mean, there's no results in on that yet, but I feel like having a smaller cut. I mean, your videos are already, I think, the perfect length to engage people. 15 minutes is a pretty good length to get somebody throughout the video.
Right.
So I think that's a good place to start. But yeah, definitely if you take the whole series, then when you're done, you've rewarded your viewers who are watching every episode because they've seen every step of the way. But then other people who maybe don't know what the game is and don't know if they're going to like it or whatever, then you go in there and you grab your favorite parts, or even just have like a director's cut of like, this is what I really enjoyed, so if you consume nothing else of my Eldritch Let's Plays, watch this kind of thing.
Right, because it is useful to have a sort of too long didn't read version of a long video series like this.
Absolutely. So I wanted to bring up something that maybe most of our viewers don't know. There's no way they would know. Solumith here actually got in touch with the developer of Eldritch and asked him about the possibility of checking out his videos. Let him know that he was doing Let's Plays, and the developer apparently really liked it. And you got some exciting news out of that, didn't you, Solomon?
I did get some exciting news. Let me check my email to see if I can tell it. He did kind of want some things kept sort of secret. Well, not secret, but he didn't want to announce it right away. I need to get back in touch with him. Obviously, Xaviar was the one who actually got in touch with him. Good support, Xaviar. Very, very assist.
Such assist. Very Xaviar.
Such as.
But he actually, in here, said he would provide me with a Steam key if I don't already have one. So that's quite interesting. He was actually very, very supportive when we contacted him.
Interesting. I wonder if he thought you pirated his game. I'm curious about that, because
no, but I did get it through Humble Bundle, and because of that, I used the DRM free download. I think though that through Humble Bundle, you can actually, I think, switch it over to a Steam key. If not, then he's looking at this piracy and saying he still does want to advertise my game, though, kind of help out with getting the game out there. So there's really no need to look at it and say, boo, piracy. I mean, piracy really is a complex issue.
Hey, I like that mentality. I mean, definite shout out to, what's his name again? And his studio?
It's Minor Key Games, and his name is David Pittman. I'm not sure. I believe he would be the main developer, but Xavier would know more about
What's
that
your point of
than me
contact?
since he's seeked him out. Sucked
Yeah,
him out?
he's
Souped him out?
he's one of the main. I think he's the main developer. I just contacted him. I got in touch with him through Twitter and then sent him an email.
Nice.
So I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure.
Because
Well,
the credit
definite
roll
shout
was
out to
pretty
Minor
long.
Key Games.
Oh yeah, Minor
Definite
Key Games is quite good. I would highly recommend keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, definite shout out to Minor Key Games, and that's awesome, David Pittman. I mean, I'm actually kind of proud to be playing. I didn't know this when I started. When I started my Let's Play of Pixel Piracy, they did a similar thing, and the developer for Pixel Piracy actually went out and uploaded his own game for a torrent and said, look, hey, if you want to play it, at least play it the way that we intended, and if you like
Right.
it, please go buy it. And I think that is such a cool model for indie developers to follow, because
It is,
it works. It works.
There's a
Can't
lot
tell you
of
how many times I've bought Steam games.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of people that there are a lot of companies that create DRM, which once DRM is cracked, that's it. The DRM is no longer functional. Like once one crack is out there, it's gone. And they spend all this money developing that DRM, knowing full well that sometimes their game's going to get cracked before the release.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a big problem with commercial games. They go to all
Oh,
this
yeah.
effort to block out. It's always been my theory that they go to all this effort to block people out by having CD keys and DRM, and then the pirates get past that. So they go
Yeah.
and they download the game, and they're playing it while the person who bought the game. This happened to me particularly several times with EA. I would have an old paper card CD key and lost it, and write them up, and for the most part they've been okay. But there's been times with other companies where you write them up and you're like, hey, I lost the card with my CD key, can I get another? And it's like, well, no, sorry,
Right.
tough shit. So then what do? You go pirate the
Yeah.
game anyways, so pirates
Yeah, I
win.
mean, what are you gonna do if you lose your game CD? If you lose your key code, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go through the company, go through days of fooling with support just to, have them maybe give you your CD, or give you a new CD key or something. No, the easiest thing, go get that no CD crack, go get that key gen. I mean, it's just gonna happen anyway. I mean, even very legitimate users end up doing a lot of piratical things very often.
All right, what else? I had something else that I was going to bring up. I can't think of it. About the playthrough specifically. I mean, it's been very entertaining watching you play. I've said it before in the comments, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but you have a knack. At least this is the first time I've seen you, but for this type of game, it's incredibly entertaining to watch. You look like you're having fun. You're smiling throughout the video. I mean, I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I can't wait for each episode.
Yeah, I'm definitely having fun. At times I might look annoyed or panicked or what have you, but I'm definitely having fun with this game. I've gotten many hours of play in it. A very feature-filled game for how small it is. I know that kind of sounds oxymoronic, feature-filled, small, but it's really, there's no empty space in the game. It's a very action-packed game, and it's even hard sometimes finding a place to end the video that's actually
Yeah.
safe.
Oh, believe me, I understand that.
Yeah, I get that too. My videos go like 40, 50 minutes, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta wrap it up.
Yep, that's how I ended up with a 2-hour video this week. It was just like, you know what, I'm still going strong, so the video's still going to go strong, and hopefully my viewers are going strong. And God bless them, some of them do. That's the
Yeah.
coolest thing, is when you find out somebody watched the whole thing and you're just like, what? Really? Why? Thank
Shout
you.
out, shout out to Kevin,
It's amazing.
our subscriber
Yeah.
Kevin.
Oh yeah.
That was reading that he actually watched the whole thing immediately after my friend Warren had dogged me for it. Was like, that was like a pat on the back from an unexpected direction, and it was really cool.
Well, Warren's
Still not
gonna
gonna do any more 2-hour videos anytime soon, though.
Oh yeah, it's probably wise not to do that again, but Warren's gonna dog us for anything. Well, I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's okay. He'll get his.
Grumpy
eventually.
British
Oh,
person.
yeah.
He'll get his eventually.
We'll get him on camera sometime soon.
Well, probably not camera, but I'm definitely apt to record him when he's not aware of it and get some of his funny. If nothing else, I'll get sound bites. I'll fucking record him all the time and get little euphemisms he says and just stick them in my videos at random. And we'll have a new drinking game after that. It'll be like, you have to drink every time Warren says something.
And then
Funny.
every video it'll just be like, what the fuck?
What? No, it's Fook. It's what the fuck?
Yeah, what the
I-
fuck?
There are some
Yeah,
moments.
that's it. What the fuck?
Like that one time he called me ginger nuts. I cannot get over that. I cannot get over.
He's not
that.
even
That
here
was
and we're
the
talking about
funniest.
him. He doesn't deserve any airtime. Stop talking
Yeah.
about Warren. He doesn't
Yeah.
get
Next
airtime until
subject.
he shows up. He can start coming and talking to us in here anytime he wants. He's just got
Yeah.
to do it. You punk. Reword it.
What is your release schedule for your videos?
I tried to do every day. I try to upload a video every day. I sometimes, like recently, I did miss a video, and that was because I was trying to use YouTube's scheduling system, which I didn't know enough about to really be using. And I had set up my computer to shut down automatically after the upload, but I think that the upload might have spiked in time a little bit. And well, anyway, long story short, that day I tried to release 2 videos. It worked out well. So if I do miss a video, I'll usually post 2 the next day.
Sounds good.
Yep. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So you said you think you'll get about 10 videos out of this. That means you'll be wrapping up this week. Do you have any ideas on what you want to jump into next?
I'm thinking about what I'm going to jump into next. Of course, there's still the DLC, and I want to finish off the DLC because it is very
Alright.
interesting, and I've just started to get into it. I'm thinking that the DLC might very well get 10 episodes of its own. It might be a little bit extreme to say that, but already it is proving to be a very difficult DLC. As for what I'm going to do next, I haven't really decided. I've got so many things that I'd like to do, but it's just a question of what should I do next.
Right. Well, we'll be anxious to see. Like I said, keep up the good work on the
Thank you.
on the videos you're doing now. They're very enjoyable.
Thank you.
And if you have any suggestions for what Solumith should do next, leave it in the comment section below.
Yes, that is a very
Absolutely.
good point.
Hey, Solumith, some people might be curious. What sort of equipment do you record with? Tell us a little bit about your setup and what you're recording with.
Well, obviously, you'll see from this video, the equipment that I'm using has changed recently. The equipment I used to use it was a really good headset. It was a really good $50 surround sound headset, but it really wasn't adequate for recording. After that, I got a proper cardioid condenser microphone and a pair of monitoring headphones plugged directly into it, so I can hear a little bit of my voice come back to me, which helps me to regulate my voice, and it also keeps me talking. The thing is, you'll notice that even though this video is out, I'm probably still using the old recording gear in my Eldritch videos, and the reason for that is I did a lot of recording ahead of time before the Evil Gaming channel officially came together, and this was mostly for test run, but I still wanted to use it because it was such good footage, in my opinion. I like it. I'm not sure how you guys like it, but I like it.
I've definitely seen improvement and heard improvement as you move on. I know all of us have kind of been tweaking our settings as we go through our first run-throughs here to try to get things down, and I feel like the quality of the channel overall has greatly improved from our first ventures. So,
Oh yes, it's been interesting. It's definitely been a learning experience to actually have the channel, see each other's videos, and improve upon our editing skills, our voiceover skills, everything.
And talk mad shit.
And what now, Evyl?
Talk mad shit.
Talk mad
Lots
shit.
of mad shit.
Yeah.
Mostly about
We
one.
haven't Yeah, about people that are going to watch our videos but aren't here to defend themselves.
Of
That's
course,
okay.
yes.
They all know we'd say it to their face.
Oh,
While we're on the topic.
Mhm.
While we're on the topic, any specific shout-outs you want to make to anybody out there that you know might be watching your videos, or that you just want to?
I would
out?
say you and your family, Evyl. I've heard that you are really enjoying the videos. I'm very glad to hear that. It's nice to know that anyone is enjoying my videos, and Evyl knows me. His family really doesn't know me, so that they don't have any reason to pull any punches. So it's nice to know that they actually are enjoying it.
I think the aspect they enjoy is that you've for a long time been the guy and the voice in the TV that's part of the
yes.
community, and getting to see you on camera and watching you as you play. Because I mean, my kids always watch me play, and it's. I think that's why they get into Let's Plays in general, is because
Right.
it's a different perspective, and now it's a different perspective from somebody that they're at least familiar with.
Right?
So
Yeah.
they've thought it's pretty neat.
Yeah. We've always, Evyl's family and all of us have always heard each other, at least little snippets through the microphones and the speakers. So our voices are a little bit familiar to one another, but we've really never gotten the chance to get to know each other.
Aw, does that mean you want to come hang out?
Possibly.
I got a spare room. You can come out to Vegas on vacation.
All right.
I don't mind.
Gay.
No homo. No homo.
Oh, there it goes. No homo anymore. Damn.
It's safe. Yep, I'm
Yeah,
safe. Once you say no
it's
homo, you're
now.
safe.
It's safe.
Solumith didn't say no homo though, so
Well, maybe it's very homo.
A little bit of homo.
I need a shower.
Insert the who is it? From
Be
Yu-Gi-Oh.
careful what you insert.
Oh, the
Be careful what
homo!
you insert. There'll be no inserting right after no homo is not declared. You have to declare no homo before inserting happens. And there went our 12 and under audience in one session.
Yep, we can cut that out. We can make it work.
Psh, that's our best shit.
I will say that I've already almost got a kids show going in my Eldritch DLC playthrough now. I'm gonna have some fun with this. Let's go to the next game. I would imagine, since we're going in order of least views.
Of suckiness.
Yeah, suckiness. Since we're going in order of suckiness.
From guy who made 3 pennies on his ad revenue to guy who made 30 pennies.
Yeah, 30 pennies.
All
I
right.
would like to note that those 30 pennies were on one video with 100 views. Cha-ching.
Nice.
Yeah. You paid somebody 25 pennies to watch your video. I know how you operate. Let me find Agrarian Skies now. I'm glad that we're actually coming up when I type in Evil Gaming now instead of that other dickhead's community.
Yeah, I know that other dickhead. It's not even a
Evyl
community, it's
Gaming.
just a guy. But we're starting to come up a little bit, so hopefully that'll continue. Hopefully we can win out over some guy who...
Microphone's back.
Yep. Hopefully we can win out over some guy whose only accomplishment was liking a 1 million view video. So, how long do you think this series will last? Like, how many episodes do you think you'll make?
Well, with the current length I've been doing, if I do 30-minute episodes, I could see this for completion. That means the whole quest book done, and that means, like, I have all my Thaumcraft stuff and everything all built up. probably about 50 episodes total at least.
Goodness.
Oh, this will keep you busy for a while then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to do in Agrarian Skies, and it has quite a few cool mods that you can get into. And I've been kind of highlighting them and giving tutorials to everything I do while I go, so I'm taking my time and just, going one day at a time.
Right.
I think most of the difficulty right now has been in the beginning, because it might look like I'm making a lot of progress, but I only got a few pieces of dirt. And we still, in the first video, we barely had any cobblestone, and actually, wait, we didn't even have any, did we? Or
I don't
did
think
I?
so.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I'm
point.
pretty-
man.
I don't think I
cobblestone.
had any cobblestone in the first video, which is like, that's so early game normally, and just starting a game with no cobblestone is ridiculously hard. You wouldn't think it is, but it's hard.
Yeah, I guess that's
You
something
got
that
shafted.
I guess that's something that people don't think about as much, is the fact that, there are some basic materials that you're just used to having so much of, but when you have none of it, there are a lot of things you can't do in Minecraft.
Yeah, and it's just like the very basic thing in the beginning with Agrarian Skies, not to spoil anything, is you do need to get dirt, because you only start with a total of 1 or 8 dirt blocks, depending on if you find the secret chest. But
Right.
if you don't have dirt, you can't get passive mobs, so you can't get cows or anything. But you also can't grow food and stuff, so you can die really easily. As you're about to see in the video, I'm about to get owned.
Ah, yes. Let's watch as Xavier gets owned, everyone.
You lost out on an oak tree early on, didn't you? Explain what happened. That did happen, right?
Yeah, that did happen. Actually, is in the first video, within like the first 5-10 minutes, I had chopped down the oak tree, and there was just no sapling. I broke all the leaves, and there was no sapling. I'm not sure if it got voided or anything, but I don't know. So
do
I
you
had no
think-
apples to start.
Do you think you'll
Go
be
ahead.
able to get that sapling back? Like, will there be a method for you to actually get to oak saplings again?
Yeah, there's a few different methods to get back the oak sapling. They're a little bit later game, though, so I'm going to have to wait a little while.
Right.
What do you miss out on by not having oak? Is it just, do you have it to have? I know nothing about the mod, so do you have to have specifically oak wood for certain quests, or is it just like a completionist thing?
Yeah, you need oak wood for certain quests. Like, for example, the oak barrel is something you need to make, and it requires oak, and you cannot make the variant of it to complete the quest.
Ah, okay.
And that actually leads
Okay.
into my next question. Minecraft is a very open-ended game, something that can be hard to know when to end a Let's Play series. Are you going to end it when you've completed the quest book, gone to a certain point in the quest book, or are you just going to end it when it feels right?
I'll probably end it once I get through the quest book, and on top of that, when I get a decent amount of tier system, I want to, go through each mod and finish them out.
Right.
In other words, when he damn well pleases.
When I damn well please.
Don't be judging his 45-minute unedited videos. Somebody out there likes them, that's for sure.
Yeah, someone likes them.
Bash.
Someone likes
Bash. No, actually, I
Oh,
want
that
to
wasn't me
mention that while I'm
bashing. It
thinking
was
about
kind
it.
of, thinking about when
No, it
is
was me,
this...
but
Ah,
I smited him.
okay.
I thought about that after I said it. I was like, ooh, that sounds harsh. He actually has a pretty good followership for the views that he has. Like, he's got one guy that's already challenged him to a 1v1 Minecraft
Has he?
off.
1v1 Minecraft. I've never heard of that before, but it's apparently going to go down.
I've not
Yeah.
heard of that either, but I feel like that should be a thing. I feel like that should, in fact, it's up to Xavier if he wants to take on this guy or if he wants to be a wimp. But
How do you take somebody on, though, in this? To see who accomplished most in the least time, I guess?
I guess it could really be scored many different ways. You could score it You could score it completion-wise, like first one to kill the Ender Dragon in a single-player world. You could do it. You could do it as a hardcore deathmatch duel sort of thing. Just have it so that you have one life or maybe a couple of lives, and the whole goal is to just take out the other person. I feel like going for sort of a 1v1 same seed speed run of the Ender Dragon would be the best way to do such a challenge. And I don't know, I would take on a few of you from the channel if you wanna try that.
Get crushed, noob.
And another thing with 1v1 is with Agrarian Skies they actually have a multiplayer map, so you could technically just race to get to each other's island and kill each other.
So basically, like, Agrarian Skies has a team versus team Agrarian Skies mode, like 2 Agrarian Skies islands that you can each have a team on.
Yeah, how the multiplayer map works is there's a big center island which everyone starts in, and basically you would have to set this up a little, obviously, because if everyone spawns there and you just kill each other, well, that's not going to be much of a game.
Well,
But once you go and you set it up, you start with flight potion and some saplings and stuff, and then you fly over, you pick an island, and then you just start like a normal Agrarian Sky, so only there's other people within the same map.
Right. And the goal then becomes to be the first one to be able to build a bridge to the other side, and then make sure that the other side can't use, as well as making sure the other side can't use the bridge as effectively as your side.
Correct.
Right.
And early on getting all of the blocks to build a bridge like that is really hard to do. Like even oak wood, it takes forever to chop it all down.
Right.
Especially when you only have one piece of dirt growing your oak wood, or in my case, birch wood.
Now I haven't been able to watch all of your Agrarian Skies videos yet, but I'm starting to notice it's going to be very hard to get animal products out on your Sky Island. Have you managed to get any yet? Do you have any plans to get them?
Well, you don't see any in episode 3, but let's just say it's soon to come.
Ah, okay then.
So coy. Watch his next video, folks, if you want to see him get jiggy with the cows.
Get an animal.
He's gonna do
some kind of animal.
He's gonna get bestiality next episode.
Agrarian Skies episode 4, bestiality.
The bestiality episode.
Next question.
Please make that happen. Don't.
Next question. That animal. Thinking back on Ex Nihilo and what I mainly used in it, it's a slime, isn't it?
It is actually not a slime.
Okay then. Because I remember Ex Nihilo made it very easy to get slimes anywhere you were, as long as you had milk.
I actually was going to make a slime, but you will find if you watch my videos, there's no need for slimes.
Ah, yes,
That's right.
because
Did you
of your
say
slime
you had a
tree.
slime generator?
Not a slime generator, but something close.
Yes,
You get like a slime farm, right? Slime plant.
well, it's the first
it's a
video,
slime
remember,
tree.
Evyl? He gets a slime tree as a reward for one of his quests.
That's right. That's
yes.
right. Okay. Now I'm on board. Sorry, like I said, I'm really slow when it comes to Agrarian Skies, so even
Right.
a lot that I do see, I'm just like, huh?
What's this?
Alright, I had another question. Oh, yes. So what do you think is going to be the hardest but most important resource for you to get in this playthrough?
Well, I believe in episode 3 you see one of the... It took me a while to get it, but we see one of the more important materials coming up. And I think the hardest material we're going to have to get is probably going to be some kind of way to automate our ore production. So right now, if I want to make an ore, I need to take gravel and sift it through the sifter, or whatever it's called. I'm not exactly sure, but basically sifting through a bunch of gravel will give you a little bit of ores, but it's not a whole lot. So even getting like simple emeralds, diamonds, and gold is a little tough.
Yeah, and obviously even getting gravel is a difficulty.
Well, actually, to get gravel, once you have some kind of way to get a decent amount of cobblestone, you actually can break the cobblestone with a hammer and get gravel. So
I see. But then again, getting cobblestone up there is difficult in itself.
Yes, it is difficult, but if you watch through our videos, you'll see we might have found a solution to it.
But even getting lava is very difficult on this map.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lava is probably one of the hardest things that you have to gather, because it requires you get something like clay, and you need to fill up those barrels with water to get the clay to get the lava. And also you need to have a bunch of cobblestone on top of that to get the actual lava.
And even clay is so difficult to get on this map, except for hardened clay.
Yeah.
Hardened clay's everywhere.
Yeah, the hardened clay is everywhere, which is, it makes it kind of awkward, because you think, well, why couldn't I just break this clay down? It'd probably make it a little easy because the whole island's made of clay.
Yeah,
but
besides, yeah, like that would make it far too easy to get clay early on.
Yeah, they basically wanted to stick you on an island with no real usable resources. I take it this clay block you're standing on is more or less just decoration. In a sense, you can break it to get it out of the way, but you can't really use it for anything, right?
The hardened clay blocks are all decoration. You can not actually get clay from them.
What kind of equipment are you using to record your videos?
Well, I am using a Logitech G35 headset. It's a corded headset right now. You'll notice in some of my videos there's a lot of background noise, and that is because the microphone on this thing is not good for recording. The sound quality comes through okay, but unfortunately I am a broke college student, so I do not have the money to buy a microphone.
Of course, you'll remember I started out with actually a much cheaper headset than you have with my recording, but you know, it's workable. Like, you can still make good videos even with subpar equipment. Oh, and I see you have actually got an animal here.
Yeah, I guess we're on the same video now, because I just saw you make a walrus, and I was like, what the hell did he just do?
You could call it an animal of some sorts.
So, yes, everybody, in the first episode, around 13 minutes, you will see Xaviar gets an animal that is quite useful.
Very useful, actually. It's even more useful in the second and third videos.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, what does he do? Tell us about the animal then. I obviously didn't pay attention during this part.
Well, he's a walrus. Basically, you make it out of 8 fish, and you put them in the crafting grid in the circle. And what the walrus does is it speeds up the growth of crops nearby it. Not by a lot, but by enough. What makes him so important is when you get your watering can, and you use it on the walrus, when you water the walrus, for lack of a better way to say it, it will speed up the growth of all the crops around you by a lot.
So
that explains why you've been hanging out in our community mumble this week talking about watering your walrus.
That does explain why I've been watering my walrus.
We were very confused
that sounds so
about
sick.
that.
Well, as long as you're watering your walrus where everybody can see it, I guess that makes it okay.
Public watering walruses. I feel like I should make a corporation. The Watering Walruses, Inc.
I swear, watering walruses sounds like it should be some kind of innuendo, but...
Punk band, the Watering Walruses. What?
Or
it's definitely
interpretive dance team. The Watering Walruses.
Oh dear.
So, even though you're going to be pretty busy with this, do you have any other projects that you think that you're going to start soon? Some variety to your particular part of the channel?
We are actually going to do a playthrough of some single-player games, and I haven't really decided exactly what game, but I was thinking about doing the newer BioShock games. Actually, wait, cut that. I don't want to do the new BioShock games.
Yeah,
That's Solumith's thing.
I'm doing the BioShock games. Don't you gank my games.
Wow, he tried to gank your shit. You didn't say anything about it in your interview, though. He could legally take it right now. Rumble!
That's literally why I was thinking about it, but no, I'm not doing the BioShock games. Hold on. I had a list somewhere of games I wanted to do.
The main reason I want to do the BioShock games is my Let's Play isn't for the fact that I think I would do a better job than Xaviar as much as it's, I am completely in the dark about the BioShock games. I know 3 main points of the BioShock games, and we'll cover that in the next TWIEGE when I'll actually probably be doing BioShock.
Okay.
Which you didn't mention in your segment, you greedy bastard. Well, I'll tell you right now, I will not watch your BioShock videos, so you'll have to tell me if they're good. And the reason being is because I missed a large segment of very important gaming history when I was hooked on the MMO, so to speak. And
yeah, that's exactly why.
I never got around.
Crikey, look at that MMO beast!
And I never got around to the classics like that, and I don't want you to spoil it for me. So I'll have to take your word on it.
So maybe in the next TWIEGE, what we should do is we should decide who gets to do BioShock by doing a reverse BioShock quiz, figuring out who knows the least about BioShock.
Oh, you can do it. I don't need to Let's Play it. I don't watch Let's Plays for games I haven't played.
Right.
Which is going to be ironic for this.
I think actually, I do remember what I wrote down. I couldn't find it, but the next game that I'm going to be doing is actually going to be a series of games. I'm going to play through the Grand Theft Auto games.
Oh, okay. So,
well, that's never been done before. That's unique. That'll be something we haven't seen.
That's kind of true. I mean, when you think about it.
I'm teasing.
Yeah, no,
being sarcastic.
It's been done. It's been done a lot of times.
It's been done. I
just
wouldn't
messing
think
with
it
you. So
would. Like, I would think there would be one of those
has.
things where it's so sandbox for the most part that nobody would really do Let's Plays of the story mode. But
that game was the Let's Play.
It was
mecca
the Let's Play
of
starter
the internet before Skyrim. So,
okay.
Yep. You
But,
brush up on your stuff. What's going to be your unique flavor you bring to it, though?
I don't know. I'm probably just gonna be stupid the whole time, do dumb shit, get pulled over by the cops. It's Grand Theft Auto. It's hard to screw up Grand Theft Auto.
I suppose that's true.
But we're gonna lead up into.
You should play Grand Theft Auto like it's a horror game. Like just be scared of everything. Like you're the most timid person ever.
I'm
the
already
hooker
playing
stole my car,
and just have like the most timid character ever playing through the Grand Theft, like the kid who would never have committed a crime in their life, and they just end up having to do all of these things.
But yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of wanted to do a Let's Play of Terraria and what was the other game called? Starbound, and an up and coming game that we might do is Limit Theory's coming up. It's going to be out within the next year, and other than that, we're also going to be seeing Stardew Valley. So,
yes,
probably keep with the theme.
I don't know. For my tastes, Terraria's good, and it's kind of interesting to me that it started updating again recently, and I think the makers of Terraria even started making a new game that is a complete rip-off of Starbound. Starbound was, of course, a complete rip-off of Terraria, but it was also made by Terraria developers. So basically, the Terraria developers split into 2 teams and are now ripping each other off.
Well, and the Alex Poileski fella, who made Pixel Piracy, was also on the Terraria team, as I recall. I might be mistaken about that.
The Terraria history is kind of like a great ballad of misfortune and woe.
Yes, it is. I kind of just wanted to go back to it to do like an update, because I know not a lot of people have actually played it since the update, because everyone got so tired of it not getting updated.
Yeah, and for my money, I do prefer Starbound. It's a really fun game with, lots of different planets. Like, that's the big thing. You're not generating new worlds. You're actually traveling between planets, and each planet's going to have something completely new.
Yeah, and I wasn't planning on doing big Let's Plays for those, because those games, their total gameplay doesn't boil down to a whole lot.
Yeah, and it's also...
At least from what I've played so far.
The other thing is, it's one of those open-ended games. It's just hard to decide when, the Let's Plays end. It's almost one of those ones where you want to kind of do, like, highlight reels and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Those kind of games they're fun and easy to edit for the most part. But yeah, you spend a lot of time playing without a lot of footage, and I definitely wanted to avoid that for my first video.
So, Matt, how many videos do you see recording for this series?
It's tough to say. I feel like I'm getting very close to the point where I'll be able to challenge a legendary pirate. So I'm leaning towards maybe the 15 to 18 episode range. I'm not real sure how much content is there after you take on the legendary pirates, but I've already successfully taken on level 3 pirates. In some later videos, obviously my power continues to grow, which you'll see soon. You'll be able to see if I've managed to kill off any more crew members. But yeah, for the most part, it's to the point now. There's like a slow curve starting out, and now I'm rapidly gaining power. So I'm shooting for 20 maximum.
Now, what's the big deal with the legendary pirates? Why are they such a big deal? What makes them different than a level 3 pirate?
When they released 1.0, there were always legendary pirates in the game, but in 1.0 they actually included in the beginning intro of the game, the very last screen you click before you get your pirate out in the real world, they tell you have 4 legendary pirates you have to kill to get their pieces of the treasure map to find the legendary pirate bay, which, if I'm being honest, I found that like 8 years ago. Shh, this isn't my first run with buccaneering.
So, on that note, do you think that the FBI could stand to gain from watching your videos so that they know how to find the Pirate Bay?
I've left that life behind. No, they're going to have to go find the maps for themselves. I don't know why the developer for Puzzle Pirates decided to, finally reveal the location of the Pirate Bay for everybody out there. Because, I mean... You either know where it's at or you don't. To give a map
just
to
call
it,
it
that
Puzzle
kind of defeats
Pirates?
the purpose. Did I?
Yeah, you called it Puzzle Pirates.
Shit, cut that.
Puzzle Pirates.
Shit.
To be fair,
what game was that?
Also a good game. Also a good game, though. Hey, I played Puzzle Pirates way too long. So, Pixel Piracy, if you were more like Puzzle Pirates...
It was the second... Or, it's probably the best... It's probably the best pirate MMO, in my opinion.
Worst.
And second best in terms of potential.
It was the best poker to win money to buy ships simulator ever made, though.
That kind of was the case, wasn't it? Like, Puzzle Pirates... Puzzle Pirates was very much... take out half the game
Poker
and
simulator.
You could call it Poker Simulator, basically. But it was also kind of satisfying, You go out, maybe the puzzles aren't great, maybe it's boring, all that. Doesn't matter. You go out, you get your money, you pillage, all that. You come back to port, you waste all your money on gambling. Usually with us, we don't waste it, we invest it, and then we end up rich.
I don't know. I remember a lot of times you guys wasted a lot of money.
We wasted some.
Last time.
We wasted a fair bit, but I also remember being able to afford a sloop from our winnings.
I still regularly make every time I've ever played Puzzle Pirates, I've managed to make it to Legendary Ocean Wide. So as much money as I lost, I won way more.
Oh yeah, and I'm not as good, but I can definitely make a profit off the poker. I know how to make a profit.
This conversation has to stop, or YouTube will cease to exist, and we'll be back playing goddamn Puzzle Pirates again.
Right. Remember, for every minute we waste here, it's a minute of uploading it to Evyl wasted.
And then I'll include this. I just put on my eye patch from my last video, so I'll wear this if we play Puzzle Pirates to give everybody a chance at half the vision.
I'm not sure that doing YouTube videos of Let's Play Puzzle Pirates. Maybe I don't know.
No.
There's nothing worth watching in that game. It's fun to play, not fun to watch.
Maybe a sort of highlight reel thing, the climb to our our war frigate, but I don't know. It's
strategy
it would be
video,
a lot of
yes.
investment.
Strategy, a tutorial video, yes. That game it's easy to learn, hard to master. Those kind of games are great for like tutorial Let's Plays, but just hey, watch me dick around in Puzzle Pirates.
So Evyl, in the first couple of episodes, once you had captured the enemy ship, you were sailing it backwards. How difficult is it to sail a pirate ship backwards?
You know what? The dread pirate Evyl can look any challenge right in the face and meet that challenge and succeed, even sailing a ship backwards. He's that much of a badass.
All right,
I've proven
then.
it. Episode 1 through 7, you can see for yourself he's a badass. Except that one time and that other time.
Near, far. What series is next, Matt?
Matt? Who's Matt?
What? Oh, I was like, what?
Who?
Anyways.
Who's Matt?
Anyways, Evyl, what series are you doing next?
I haven't decided yet, although I think I stumbled on my bright idea today. I loaded up the Expendabros game I got for free the other day, and it looks like it's kind of fun. I played one level and then I stopped right then. I was like, okay, I want to play this game, but I also want to record when I play this game as a first impression, because it pasted a smile on my face pretty early on, and it stayed there at least through the whole level. And it's so simplistic and stupid, but it looks like a good game to make a series on. So I might do a short series on that just to kind of first impression it and give it props, because I thought it was pretty funny.
Tell us about your recording hardware.
I'm recording on an Audio Technica microphone, the same one that Solumith records on. He actually turned me on to it after hearing him come back with it. The sound quality was so good, I decided that was probably the best place to jump in. I almost went for a Blue Yeti, but I've watched some reviews on it that show that it's a good like middle ground, but this is pretty much just as good of an entry point, and on the way to bigger and better things. But I'm recording on a...
We're good at that. I think the advantage of the Blue Yeti is that it has multiple patterns to choose from, whereas, the Audio Technica microphones we have are only cardioid pattern, but I can really not see a case where we would not be using cardioid pattern. So Blue Yeti's
fine for voice
better
recording
for certain people, but for our purposes, the Audio Technica microphones seem to work best.
Mm-hmm. And the range I'm recording at right now isn't necessarily ideal. The gaming lair, as I call it, it consists of a 60-inch TV and a beanbag. I've been hesitant to move my my studio down into the office where I have dual screen monitors and all that set up, just because it's way on the opposite end of the house. I think I get better acoustics in there, and I'd be able to get the microphone closer to where I would get a better recording aspect. So I might decide to do that soon. But for camera, I've got a very, very pricey and luxurious Logitech QuickCam Orbit AF. I've had this camera for like 4 years, and as you can see, the picture quality is usually pretty flawless. It's been worth every penny. So shout out Logitech. Props, whoop whoop. You can send me free stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, I got a Logitech webcam too, and the quality's quite okay for it only being $40.
And I'm using all Audio Technica stuff, so Audio Technica, want to send me some free stuff?
Audio Technica makes webcams?
Probably not, no. Audio Technica, design a webcam, then send it to me for free.
Well, I'd be honest, I would have used a Logitech microphone if there was a studio quality seeming one out there. So if anybody knows of a good Logitech studio microphone that's good quality, post in the comments below. I'm a huge fan of Logitech. I mean, I'm not really trying to like super shout out a brand here, but they've always been real cool to me. Anytime I've had a problem with any hardware or anything, they're good at replacing it, and they make the best stuff. So, yep. If you know of any good recording, good for Let's Plays, good for TeamSpeak, so on and so forth, microphone that Logitech makes, shout it out. Let me know.
All right, Evyl, what have you been doing to edit your videos? What programs have you been using? What kind of methods are you using inside of the videos?
Well, I didn't really know where to start with editing, so I jumped out and I tried out Sony Vegas 13. It's very straightforward. I mean, I've never touched any kind of audio or video editing before this, and the cool thing is it just lays it all out on a timeline for you, and cut and paste and clip, and I've been getting fancy with the fades and the transitions, and basically every episode has been a new experience for me, because I've gone out and I've found different ways to present things that has stimulated an enjoyment for audio video editing in me that I didn't know I had. So I mean, that's been where a lot of the fun has been in this. I've spent arguably, I sat down for maybe 2 blocks of recording of my Pixel Pirates series so far, and just day to day I go in and I edit, and each day that passes, the more that I experience, the more that I find that I want to change up how I record videos and how I edit, and so you'll get to see that as more and more of my episodes come through. 1, 2, 3, dance off.
I don't have any music to dance to. I feel silly.
Wait, you guys can't even hear it. I did it wrong.
Nope.
I did it wrong. Redo. Redo. Gotta take the headset out. Shut up, Solumith. Dance off. This is the worst footage ever. I just want you guys to know.
I mean,
I've made you guys cheese out with me now. There's no turning back. You guys are never going to be able to do serious again.
At this point, that dance outro is going to be terrible.
That's okay. Terrible's good. Terrible people watch terrible. People don't watch average.